welcome. You're watching Market Meter on Money9, India's first multilingual platform for personal finance from TV9 News Network. I'm Sakshi Batra, and on this show, we get you an update of how the markets have been trading up until the first half of trading session, and also how should you really look at the market going forward from here. What are the most prudent strategies that you as an investor can follow, and how are experts really looking at the approach that you should take in the markets currently. Joining in is a very special guest, Mr. Rahul Sharma from Equity99 joins in with his take and insight on the markets going forward. Thank you very much, Rahul, and good afternoon to you. Wish you a very happy Akshay Tritiya, and help us understand how you're looking at the markets right now.
See, Sakshi, first of all, thank you for inviting me on the show on this prestigious day, and happy Akshay Tritiya to each and every viewer of the Money9 TV9. Talking about market, I feel that market will remain in a range. See, there is a huge volatility coming in, and weakness in terms of inflation in global market, Israel tension, and current COVID situation across globe, as well as which is getting very bad situation in India, plus vaccine shortages. These kind of factors are actually weakening the sentiments overall. In the starting of this week on Monday, we were expecting when Nifty was trading around 14,900 plus points. So we were expecting good upside move over there, but then sudden selling pressure was seen from the global markets as well as from Asian markets. So after then, markets have been dropped out, and I feel that it will remain in range. On the lower side, Nifty has a bottom support at around 14,500 points. Currently, while we are doing this interview, 14,637 is the current position for Nifty. And if at all 14,500 is being broken off, so then 14,350 and 14,250 are the coming support levels for Nifty. Similarly, on the upper side, we are expecting 14,800 as a resistance. Above that, 15,050 will be the levels to watch. Speaking about Bank Nifty, especially because Bank Nifty is something which is creating a lot of pressure in the market. 31,500 is the level which is acting as a support for Bank Nifty, and below that, I feel 30,000 is the crucial support level. And on the upside, 33,000 and 34,000 are the upside resistance for Bank Nifty.
Okay, understood those points on the benchmark indices right now, and how do you expect the trade going forward from here? But a whole lot of sectoral indices also warrant some kind of discussion going forward, because right now we are seeing that the selling pressure is increasing not just on the financials but also on some pockets like metals, for example. They are actually down 4.5%. So how are you looking at this particular sector? Of course, we've seen a very sharp run up so far. Is the rally done and dusted? Do you think this dip of 4.5% should be used to buy some metal stocks at this point in time, or would it be like catching a falling knife and there could be some more selling pressure coming in?
See, Sakshi, you're absolutely right that all the indices, if you see like metals, realty, media, auto, all sectors are facing major profit booking right now and having selling pressure as well. Particularly with the metals, it has done a huge run up in a very short time. And as the China announced about giving some kind of incentives and lowering down this trajectory, so the prices in metal sector, I guess, has been witnessing profit booking at the current stage. And as market was getting very much buying opportunities from the pharma sector as well as for metal sector, we were having good time in the market. But right now, I'm little cautious right now, and I would advise every viewer to remain cautious at this current moment, at least for this May month. As soon we enter into a monsoon season coming up from June, I believe there will be good lot of opportunities coming in for market, as fertilizer and chemical stocks will be doing really good over there, as well as government is also working to improvise on PSUs, especially. And some PSU banks are also getting into the role of privatization. So I believe in coming days after this COVID situation get little normalized or little in control in all of the states, I feel the market will see new highs coming up in till the time of November and December of this year.
Okay. So the medium term or the long term outlook is still positive, whereas there's going to
Correct.
be some cautiousness and nervousness in the markets in the very near term or short term right now. But talking about the sectors, there's one sector that is really standing out, bucking the trend currently, and that is the FMCG sector, holding up in the green. And we can clearly see on the Nifty there are a whole lot of these top names from the FMCG index. You talk about ITC, Britannia, Nestle. All of these are really rising in today's trading session. What is your take here? And what is really fueling the kind of move that we are seeing in the entire FMCG space?
See, Sakshi, despite each and every negative factor, FMCG space have been in a continuous sales and in continuous running situation in terms of
Yeah,
business. Obviously, distribution has been affected due to lockdown, but no one in this world is without groceries or without these
sure.
FMCG products. So it was actually consolidating from a very big time, and now this FMCG space have like gained the momentum and has given a consolidation breakout, and it is kind of a time-wise consolidation breakout as well. So stocks like even ITC is doing good right now, and stocks like Britannia, HUL, Dabur, these are like really good counters. Even I have selected one stock which we'll discuss later from the
Sure.
FMCG space as well.
Sure, absolutely. Let's actually discuss your stocks only. That in this kind of a current market, when the markets are falling, there is going to be volatility and there is nervousness, like you also pointed out. How should investors really approach the stock selection at this point in time? What are the things that you're looking at any particular stocks that you would like to recommend there?
As we are discussing FMCG, so let's go with FMCG only. My
Sure.
selection is McDowell's, which is United Spirits, currently trading near 560 levels. See, this company has been working on reducing debt continuously, and
Yeah.
company has been delivering good profit growth of around 20% CAGR over last 5 years. And technically, also on charts, it is looking very good. It has given a downward sloping channel breakout, and RSI and MACD both are showing bullish strength. Also, that it has crossed 200 DEMA, which is a very positive indication. So fundamentally, it is very strong. Balance sheet is getting stronger. I feel McDowell's is going to give large returns from coming point of time. So I have set target for rupees 650 to 670 for coming 6 months, and stop loss is placed at 500.
Right, absolutely. So United Spirits is something that investors can definitely look at. Apart from this
Definitely,
space,
they have
yeah.
actually good brands associated. They have like really good like consumers are very much prefer these McDonald's spirits. So I guess
Yeah.
sales numbers and revenues, each and everything will be good. They are actually the balance sheet is getting really strong on McDonald's. So I feel it is
Mhm.
like really good position to buy up.
Okay, point well taken. Let's understand which is your second pick. Especially, I wanted to ask you because you said that PSU banks again have become quite interesting at this point in time. Anything that interests you from this basket currently?
See, Canara Bank is my selection. And see, on the larger picture, every PSUs are going good right now, especially PSU banks. After this whole privatization of banking in PSU, banks are coming in the, actually they are rolling it out. So I feel Canara Bank is a very good option here. Stock is trading at a 0.61 times of its book value, so it's very near to it. Company is
Mm-hmm.
expected to give really good quarter numbers. And recently, from the QIP which they have done, they have like from that it has given getting a tremendous stability and overall strength. Privatization in banks is on roll, so these PSU banks will definitely be profitable situation right now. Technically speaking, it is trading above 89 weighted moving average, which is a very strong signal on technical charts. And from last 15 days, we are witnessing higher top, higher bottom formation on technical charts. So Canara
Okay.
Bank is my selection. Stop loss is placed at 135 and target levels will be 185. Once this levels are crossed, then 190 and 200 will be the levels to watch.
Okay, in the medium term perspective, about 50 rupees of an upside can be seen from the current levels as well if investors do look at this stock from the banking space. Which would be your last recommendation for the day, and from which sector have you picked up that?
Sakshi, selection is from housing finance category. The stock name is India Bulls Housing Finance. It's a very famous name. currently trading in between 180 and 185. See, in housing finance segment, India World's housing finance is the most attractive stock in my vision, because it has been an underperformer compared to market, and currently available at a very attractive valuations, and other housing finance company has performed well, but India World's housing finance hasn't been performing well. But now I feel that India Bulls Housing Finance is ready for an upside move. For positional traders, one can keep stop loss at rupees 175, and for medium to long term investors, they can take this India Bulls Housing Finance with a target rupees of 250, and they should keep stop loss of rupees 165 or 160.
Recommendations and the market outlook also with us, with all our viewers as well. And wish you a happy Akshaya Tritiya once again. Thank you very much for joining in. Let's
Thanks,
move on
Sakshi.
now to see how the markets are really trading at this point in time. Of course, they have slipped from the early opening levels. If you see, there's a 0.4% decline on the Nifty 50. 14,632 is the level at which the Nifty 50 is trading at, about 65 points of a loss there, about 90 odd points of a loss for the Sensex as well at this point in time. The Nifty Bank is also down by almost 0.7% in trade, about 250 points loss of there, and 32,210 is the level at which the Nifty Bank is also trading at. Now, losses are getting extended even in the broader market space. You can clearly see that the BSE mid cap and small cap indices have lost over a percent right now. Over 250 points of a cut for the small cap and 216 points of cut for the mid cap index as well. So there is an overall broad based selling that we are seeing on a day like today. Move on to see how the sectors are really performing in trade. Of course, there'll be a larger red picture now. The picture is changing towards the negative as and when we are moving towards the closing of the day. In the second half, we've already seen some of those gains which were being seen in pharma. They have got lost now. And apart from that, PSU banks were also gaining in the early opening levels, but now they're down about 1.5%. 4.5% downtick for the metals. That's the biggest driver for the markets currently. Media stocks down by almost 2% in trade as well. 2.8% loss for the realty stocks. Realty stocks are not really performing, and auto stocks are also not contributing, now down about 1.8% in trade at the moment. Only FMCG stocks, they are the ones that are holding the fort. 1.7% of an uptick for this one. The Nifty gainers and the losers pack. Let's see if the picture has changed there. For the gainers, of course, the Asian Paints and UPL are consistent performers right after the earnings report and the stellar results that they have posted. And you can clearly see that 7.5% uptick has been seen for UPL. Asian Paints is almost now up by 10% in trade. But the rest of the stocks are actually clearly from the FMCG basket. It's all ITC, Britannia, Nestle, the large cap stocks, and the major leaders of the FMCG pack over there. Almost 2 to 3.5% of an uptick for these stocks right now. As far as the losers are concerned, you'll clearly see those metal names still holding up there. Yes, it's Tata Steel, Hindalco, Coal, in still the draggers, and now they're down even more, 4.5 to 6.5% now for Hindalco. It's like taking a beating quite a lot. Apart from this, from the auto space, it's Tata Motors and Grasim also, which is down now 3.5% in trade right now. So these are the stocks that are really performing with all the kind of updates that keep happening right now. And we'll give you all the updates on the personal finance front as well. So stay tuned to us onto money9.com.